as everything started to work out for me, I started to figure out the path that I was on. I realized, hey, this is a bit personal, but it's part of the story, so I have to tell it. I realized that I needed to leave the father of my children. I never thought that this was going to happen. I didn't want a broken family, but everything inside me and around me was telling me that I needed to break free. I needed to follow a path without him. And it was so heartbreaking. I was in the garden just over there. I was watering some plants. I was feeling I hadn't done it yet, but I knew what I needed to do. I was feeling the worst that I had ever felt in my life. I felt sick. I felt scared, and I was kind of pleading, I need help. I don't know how I'm going to raise my children. I don't know what I'm going to do. And when I moved in here, as soon as I'd moved in, I felt like someone was watching me from the bushes. Whenever I was outside, I was looking for who was watching me. You know, the feeling of being watched. Even when I was at the kitchen window in view of the bushes, I could feel something watching me. And I even put trail cams all around trying to spot who was watching me. And I never spotted anybody, you know, lots of beautiful animals and stuff, but I got used to the feeling of being watched. So in this day, when I was watering some plants, just feeling in despair, I felt that presence right next to me, closer than I'd ever felt it before. And I said something to it. I'd never spoken to it before. I said, I feel you there, just so you know. And as soon as I said it, all of the horrible feelings that I was feeling were gone. And I was overwhelmed with a feeling of love. You are not alone. Everything's going to be okay. And I looked at that presence. I couldn't see anything, but I yelled, fairies! And when I yelled fairies, this sensation overwhelmed me so much. I had goosebumps coming out of me everywhere. My hair was standing on end. I could feel this. I had this happiness, this love bursting out of me to the point where I was laughing, and I could feel everything was going to be okay. I dropped the watering can, and I realized I dropped it, and I picked it up and I turned around to go and get more water, and I had a pop of a vision of this fairyland pop into my head. There was a stream and a gnome's garden. There was a beach with rubbish on it. In the gnome's garden, there was plants that needed caring for. There was animals lost in there that needed to be returned to their mother's nest. And I thought, whoa, and I yelled, fairies, again when this vision popped into my head. There was too much detail for me to have thought of it in the moment that it popped in there. And from that day, I followed the next day weird synchronicities and coincidences to the Coranda Original Rainforest Market, where this shop, I found this room. They took me into the main middle room, and look, let's go there. And well, here we are in the main room. So they took me into this room and said, here you go, what do you think? And I said, oh, well, there's a window here for me to steep my tea on, but where would I put the sensory walk? What is behind this doorway, this black door? I opened it up. It was just a black room with no windows and a portal painted on the wall. And I said, oh my God, this is the way to fairyland. I'll take it. I could see where I was going to put the stream with the waterfalls I could see where I was going to put the beach. I could see everything that was in the vision. To make all of this, I had no idea how I was going to build a waterfall. But I said to the fairies, fairies, please help me build a stream with the waterfall. And all this weird stuff started happening. Synchronicities and coincidences brought me everything I needed at exactly the time I needed it for it to all fall into place like magic. People were coming in with tools or materials or knowledge just exactly as I needed it. And so I've been here for a few years now, coming up to my 6th birthday. And if you want to feel this fairy magic that I made for you, you better come in now because I don't know what's going to happen. But I feel like my wings don't fit in here anymore. And I, I don't know. So get in quick while you can.